三毛梦屋，这里优美的环境让大家非常的心旷神怡。好，这个报纸我现在还记得，我还是个高中生。当初我读到这份报纸的时候呢，我心里其实了然于胸，我没有觉得特别悲伤。我跟他的一个默契就是说我可以感应得到他对生命做的决定。好，来，我们来唱一下
你唱，你起，我起音好了。
好，来，不要问，我们两个音一样我怎么可以唱同一个调啊？不要问我，好嘞，就开始。不要问我从哪里来，我的故乡在远方。Today I'm going to keep reading one of Echo's story in her book, Sahara's Story. This chapter is very touching, called Death's Lake. The first time I was invited to dinner at home of a very wealthy Sahrawi man in the town. I didn't know the owner of the house. According to Ali, the younger brother of the rich man's cousin's wife, this rich man doesn't invite people to his house easily. We and the 3 other Western couples, we are Ali's friends, can eat the barbecue made of camel's hump. You know what hump is? Yes. And the liver, skewer, barbecue skewer. Right. After entering the rich man's labyrinth and the spacious White House, I did not sit quietly on the beautiful Arabian carpet like other guests waiting to eat food they might make people vomit. The rich man only went out to socialize for a while, then went back to his own room. He was an old and shrewd Sahrawi man, smoking a hookah, water tobacco pipe, speaking elegant and fluent French and Spanish with a relaxed attitude and a bit of indescribable pride. He left Ali to do the entertainment for our group for the dinner. After I finished reading the beautiful book covers of this family, I politely asked Ali if I could go to the inner room to see the rich man's beautiful wives. Yes, please go in. They also want to see you, but they are too embarrassed to come out. I walked around the back room by myself and saw gorgeous bedrooms, flower-to-ceiling mirrors, beautiful women, the big bed, and the countless body wraps, sandwiched with gold and silver threads that are rarely seen in the desert. I very much hope that Jose can meet the rich man's 4 beautiful and young wives, but unfortunately, they are too shy to come out to meet guests. When I put on a woman's water-red dress, covered my face, and walked slowly back to the living room, all the men sitting inside jumped up, thinking that I had become the chief's wife. I think my attire is very suitable for the mood of this room, so I decided not to take off my clothes, but to pull down my veiled face and just waited to eat the desert dishes. After a while, the red-hot charcoal stove was brought in by a child who was not even as high as the bench. The child had a very humble smile on his face and looked no older than 8 or 9 years old. He carefully placed the stove in the corner and went out again. After a while, he swayed to us with a huge silver tray and placed it on the bright red carpet woven with multicolored patterns. On the tray were silver teapots, silver sugar boxes, fresh green mint leaves, perfume, and a very small charcoal stove on which tea was hot. I was amazed, fascinated by the clean and gorgeous tea set. This child knelt down to us first, then stood up, holding a silver white perfume bottle, and lightly sprinkled the perfume on everyone's hair. This is a very solemn etiquette in the desert. I lowered my head and let the boy spray the perfume. He didn't stop until my hair was soaked for a while. The fragrance filled this Arabian palace, and the atmosphere was really touching and solemn. This is why the strong body odor of Sahrawi people is completely gone. After a while, the child quietly brought in the big bowl containing raw camel meat and put a barbed wire on the charcoal stove. I mean the grill, I guess. The grill. The grill. All of us in this group were talking loudly, and the other two Spanish wives were talking about their childbirth. Only I was slightly observing every move of this boy. He was doing things in a very orderly manner. First skewering the meat, then roasting it on the fire, at the same time taking care of the tea on another charcoal stove. When the tea boiled, he put in mint leaves, added hard lumps of sugar, and poured the tea leaves. He raised the teapot higher than his head. The tea fell obliquely into the small cup. His posture was wonderful. After the tea was poured, he knelt down in front of us and raised the teacup to us with both hands. It was really delicious and fragrant tea. The kebab.
Yes, like roasted meat on a stick.
A huge one. The first batch, the kid brought them over on a big plate. The hump turned out to be full of fat, and the camel liver and the meat could barely be eaten. The man and I each took a bunch of willows and started to eat them. The kid stared at me. I smiled at him and blinked my eyes to show that it was delicious. When I was eating the second skewer, the two rustic Spanish ladies started screaming without restraint. "Oh my God, I can't eat it. I'm going to throw up. Bringing me some soda." I was ashamed of them when I saw them so uneducated. I prepared a large amount of ingredients, and the girl was eating alone. I thought it would be meaningless to ask a child to serve us while we sat and ate like trash. So I simply moved to the side of the child and followed him. I sat next to him, skewed the meat for him, and he sat with me, skewed the meat for the guest. The guest started eating the grilled meat. The smell of camel can be felt with a little more salt.
Yes.
This child has been doing things silently with his head down. There is always a smile on the corner of his mouth, and he looked extremely smart. I asked him, "Such a piece of meat, a piece of hump, and a piece of liver. Put them together and add salt, right?" He whispered. Hak. Hak is their language, mean yes, yes, etc. I respect him very much. When I started the fire, when I fanned the fire or turned over the meat, I asked him first because he is indeed a capable child. I saw that his face was flushed with joy. I think few people have ever made him feel so important. The group of people sitting by the fire was very uninterested or indifferent. Ali invited us to eat authentic desert dishes, and those two annoying female guests kept screaming. They didn't want to drink tea, they just asked for more soft drink. They didn't know how to sit on the ground, asked for more chairs. He had to manage the fire again and had to rush out to buy soda. Brought soda, carried the chair, put down chairs, and hurriedly came to barbecue again, his face full of confusion. "Ali, you don't do anything yourself, and those women don't do anything. It's not fair to make the youngest man Echo is accusing Ali for not doing anything."
Right. It's not fair to make the child do everything.